Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having an excellent week. Today I was supposed to be busy, but the other person got sick, so I have time. And don't worry, I will still do the 3-hour streams on Saturday and Sunday. Especially Sunday, I'm very interested because I really want to finish that case. So yeah, don't worry, it's gonna happen. I need at least a glass of coffee a day to actually function as a human and not a ghoul. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I love my coffee. So good. I was feeling so sleepy. Today is one of those days that it feels like it was made for you to remain in bed and sleep. This is the randomness of the random streams. Yes. Like, to be fair, Mondays, I used to be very busy every Monday on the afternoon, but lately I've been getting some help with my with one of the things I have to do on Mondays. So Mondays I'm being free more often than not now, and that's why I have been streaming like almost every Monday. This Monday though, I may not be able to stream. Then I mean the Monday of the next week. But yeah, this was a giga random stream. Like the first time I streamed on a Monday, just something happened to the other person I needed to meet, and I'm free now. Man, I invested part of the YouTube payment for October in a controller. Today's Thursday though? Yeah, I know it's Thursday. I was saying, this is like the first time I'm streamed on a Monday. But I know it's Thursday. But every Thursday I'm busy from like 4 till 7. So you see, like it's the whole time I could be streaming. So it's impossible for me to stream on Thursdays. But yeah, no, I'm happy that I have this free time so I can get in the streams and all of that. And as I was saying, I invested part of the small YouTube payment that I got recently in a proper controller for the PC. I bought a PS5 controller that it was very discounted. It doesn't have any battery, I'm charging it now, but that will open some possibilities for some stuff I wanna do. I wanna do some challenge videos, some funny stuff. Can you guys hear me well? I see my mic volume at -1 dB. That shouldn't be that low. Music is too loud. Yeah, it's because my mic is too low. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it. Give me a second, guys. Mic should be... No, what happened to my config though? Now this should be 5. There we go. Now mic should be good. Can hear you talk? Yeah, now you should be able to hear me. Is this better now? I don't know why OBS decided that my mic volume had to be -1. I usually have it at +5, and OBS said, nope, today you're at -1. But this should be fine now. Is it? Yes, perfect. Okay, slightly better. Huh. That's weird. How about now? I rose the gain a little bit, but that means more noise will get through. Is that better though? I gave it a little bit more gain, but now if an ambulance comes close, you will probably hear it. It's good? Okay, so maybe Salvin just being a little bit Now it's great? Okay. I thought your hearing was a little bit worse than Black Lockhart's. But okay, that's good. Yeah, so I have to use the mic on game 3, I see. Can you hear the game even? I can hear everything now. Can you hear the game fine? Can you hear the ambulances too? Oh no. Me getting the ages, my man? Yeah. So you can hear the ambulance. Yeah, okay, let me fix that. So now the ambulance should be gone. Is the ambulance gone? So ambulance should be gone and my voice should be louder. Is that better? Sorry people. I don't know why some stuff is working weirdly today. Okay, let's get moving a little bit. So at least the tech issues are not taking over the stream. And we will fix it as it goes. And boom, just like that, Stella Sora ad. Really? You got an Stella Sora ad? Oh man. Just as I was... Oh, man. That annoys me so much because I just made a video expressing my distaste for what they have done. And now they are... Oh, man. Let me give you a little hint. Okay. What Stella ad? I got just a beer ads. Oh nice. Hello Ice Cube. Welcome, welcome. I hope your week is going great. I mean, everyone gets a random ad every 30 minutes. That's how it's programmed, but some people get gacha games, some people get beer. The ads are decided based on your interest and based on the information that YouTube has collected on you. But, oh crap, I have completely forgotten. Wait, so that's that. What was my... Oh, okay. Sorry guys, I completely forgot my keybinds. Location wise, I have never seen an ad here. I have never seen a beer ad here. Oh, remember that safe area with an underpath blocked by a metal bar? Find a way to get through other ways. Through other ways. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Hello, hello, Baphomet. How you doing? By the way, I feel like the weather just got cold hit here. Damn, it's so damn cold. Stella Sora is at 1.8 in Play Store now. Okay, wait, let me address one thing at a time. Here we are also getting colder weather. I hope you're doing great, Baphomet. It's lucky that I got some free time today because the person I meet on Thursdays got sick, so Sherlock forgetting his keybinds. The uncle in you is clawing away your strength, my man. Yeah. And Stella Sora being at 1.8 on the Play Store, it doesn't surprise me at all because what they did was extremely shitty. Someone asked what is Stella Sora or something like that? Oh man, I'm already losing track of what your guys asking. I'm very sorry. I was not ready to stream today. But I just like doing it so much. I think this has to be my favorite part of the week, like no doubt. Here we have rain every day for 3 days. Oh crap, I had forgotten that. Sorry, there is an ambulance. I'm gonna mute myself. Okay, should be gone now. Perfect. Damn, that was a sickly convenient reason for a free time. Yeah. That's true. Pun-wise and reality-wise, that's very true. I don't wanna go that side, I remember it being very annoying. Oh nice, there is a healing restore here. So... I've been thinking, guys, I don't know how many of you have been watching the rambling videos I've been putting out lately. Global warming is real. I mean, we're technically in autumn, so having rain is normal. Well, depending on what part of the world you are. If you're in the South Pole, you are entering summer. So spring tends to have a little bit of a rainy season at the start, so it's also reasonable. I'm not saying global warming is not real, but I think that there is a lot of stuff that gets attributed to global warming when it's just how normally things go, but people is just noticing more now. Also, if you go to see like historic data on weather, like it's very cyclical. There are times that have like super extreme weather and stuff like that. So, but it's a complicated argument that I don't think I'm educated enough on to have a serious conversation on stream about it. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't know how many of you have been watching my rambles. I just don't edit them, I just ramble about and just put them online. I've been enjoying doing those rambles. I don't know why, but it is... How can I say this? It's refreshing to get out what's in my mind. So... I don't know if I will do them more often, but I do want to do more of them. Because we love spreading negativity online. I mean, it's true that my 2 rambles have been leaning on the negative side, but I'm planning to do different rambles that are not necessarily negative. There is one that I want to do that is a bit of an addendum to the gacha fatigue ramble I had. Talking about gacha monetization, no negativity, those topics are just inconvenient. Yeah, exactly. I don't feel like I was being overly negative. I feel like I was being very honest with how I felt, and yeah, it was just... It's normal to ramble anyway. Someone like to say what's in their mind. Yeah, exactly. Like, I could maybe write a script and like make a proper video about it, but at the same time, I feel like having them been my natural rambling and just winging it, it gives it a charm that it's... How can I put it? In its own way, it makes the video better because it's more natural. I think it's easier to relate with what I'm saying when it's not scripted. It feels like more like having a conversation with someone rather than listening to a speech. Is that fair to say? The ramblings of an uncle? Well, yeah. Some people may say, I'm a sexy uncle. Nah, I'm kidding. No sexy uncle. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I can update this. Bruh, Yeah, I'm kidding. It's just Porgo is not here to make the joke, so I had to do it for Porgo. I also sometimes watch some people therapy while playing Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, if that's what if that is what you like, yeah, why not? Bro, that's because speech is meant to be rhetorical and rambling is meant to express the emotions, yeah. Porgo would ask for a pile of for a pole dance to prove that. Yeah, no, I before you wrote the correction, I understood where you were going with that, but I and O are together in the keyboard, so it's easy to mess words up. I really like the bow. It's a little bit inconvenient, but at times it's just so strong. Discord chat, but only one talking and other typing. Understood assignment, yeah. But as I was saying, I'm thinking about making a bit of an addendum to that video, because I think there is a very interesting conversation to be had, and I don't know. I feel like some of the answers I got in the comments, while I understand where people was coming from, it felt like people didn't understand some of the stuff I was saying. Like, for example, when I said I don't know how people can manage to play multiple gachas, I was not really asking how you do it. It was a rhetorical question. It was a question that I didn't want the answer to. It was a way to express my point and get through that. I think that gacha loops are exhausting, and I don't know how people doesn't get exhausted of doing the same thing in games that are just the same with different characters. But some people were like telling me, oh, I do this, I do that, and some people was defending the monetization of some games, or people was telling me like, what could you do then? And those are all very valid questions, but I think they defeat the point of what I was expressing. So my idea for this addendum style video is to talk about it in a more technical manner, using my knowledge as an economist and a marketing expert, and just propose some solutions and explain why we as consumers can help defeat these kind of practices. But I don't want that to come as a little bit as preachy or like I'm trying to be smarter than I am. So it's a delicate, how you say it, it's a very delicate balance that I need to strike with that ramble. I don't want to sound pretentious, but I don't want to script it, so well, I will find a way. I will find a way. Oh, there is an item there, okay. But gacha is just gambling, you always lose. I mean, it's not exactly gambling. You don't want to be an smartass. Understood? Yeah, kind of. I don't want to be one of those internet midwits, you know, people that say smart words pretending to be smarter than they are and trying to establish them as person of superior intelligence when they are just average people that are trying to sound smart. I don't want to turn into one of those. I don't think of myself as smarter than the average person, but I have an area of expertise, and I think it's fair for me to think that in my area of expertise I know more than the average person. But to convey that without sounding pretentious is very hard. As long as you don't throw money to the game, it's not gambling, in my honest opinion. Okay, so let's start with the gacha is gambling affirmation, okay? Because one thing that a lot of people fail to do is differentiate. I throw time into it though. Yeah, and time is money. Time is money. You have, like, you guys have to understand, and I think I have said this in the past, but your salary is not money that you receive for your work. It's money that you receive as compensation for your time. What you do when you're working is selling your free time. We make the offer in the job market, and the companies make the demand. It's not the other way around. So that's why, for example, when you have a saturated market, what you have is an excess of offer. You have too many people looking to do the same job. It's not an excess of demand, because if there was an excess of demand, there would not be people struggling to find a job in certain markets. Now that we know that money, your salary, is the price of your free time, we can establish one thing. If it's the price of your free time, whenever you are wasting, quote unquote, wasting your time on something, you're wasting money. So when people play for hundreds of hours as free to play to compete with whales, they are still whaling. They are whaling with time. It's just a different type of whaling. Because that time that you're spending to quote unquote catch up is time that you could actually be spending on producing money. I feel like it's payment for me getting entertainment from the game. The bit I no longer enjoy the game, it means it's time for me to pull out. Yeah, but we're talking in a more abstract sense. So if you're having fun with a game, you can say that is your free time. You are investing your free time instead on having fun, instead of selling it to produce money, okay? Because in the end, your time, you have to allocate time to take care of yourself. That means sleeping, eating, and doing healthy practices like, for example, sports, going outside, socializing. You need to allocate time to work, which is the time you sell to an employer to produce money, or that you employ yourself to produce money if you are an independent contractor or you have your own business or whatever. And you have time for entertainment. The time for entertainment is time that you decide that you want to allocate to just not produce, okay? You have to consider that it's a third type of time. Like, self-care time is one thing, working time is one thing, and entertainment is another thing. So you have these three packages of time that you have to distribute and use in the way that it suits you better. This is becoming real talk about society. Yeah, man, I need more coffee to be able to talk at this level. I mean, it is more than society. Is like how our system works right now, based on the economic model we are immersed on. And let's keep in mind that this is neither a critique or a defense for the model we have right now. It is just an abstraction of how things work, okay? I don't want this to become political or anything like that. This is how things work. Whether you like it or don't, that's for you to decide. But back on topic. Now, gacha games are a little bit of a trap. Because yeah, you can play free to play, and yeah, you may enjoy the game. But I think there is a point on every gacha player mind in which you feel like you have to play the game. It becomes a chore. Because you think that if you stop playing the game, your enjoyment of the game will be diminished because you will be lacking resources to take part on the things that actually interest you. Time is money, the methodological management of time and money by Sherlock. I mean, I'm not talking about something new. This may be my interpretation of it or my explanation of it, but I'm not proposing anything that has not been proposed before. However, I may be simplifying things because I think that there is a lot of stuff that people could understand better and actually see change in the way they experience stuff if they had access to information on a level that they can understand. And I'm a strong believer that in a way there are many institutions. Now this could get very political, so I'm not gonna go into that. It's better if I don't, because someone will make it political. That's called rambling, you know, saying something already you know. And becoming a politician real? No. I don't want to get into any politics or stuff like that. I detest politics. What I like... no. How can I say it? I like sharing what I have learned through experience, through my studies. I just like sharing information. I don't know if that sounds pretentious or not, but I detest politics, but this is more economics talk than politics. But there is always a hint of politics in economics because people always want to make everything politic. But yeah. What I was saying is that in gacha games, show the map, 1 minute. In gacha games, there is a time in which every gacha player just feels obligated to keep playing the game, because if they don't, their enjoyment of the game will be diminished. Okay? That moment is the moment in which you are actually investing time instead of just having entertainment. Because you are no longer just playing the game for entertainment purpose, but you are playing the game because you have a sense of obligation towards the game. I will show you now the map, Black Lockhart. But yeah, it is a complicated argument, but the main takeaway I wanted to get through in that ramble was not about the gacha games in general or stuff like that, it was about Stella Sora. Go to that save. Okay. Because I find disgusting that the company literally said, okay, we're about to release the game, let's change things now and hope no one notices, and if they notice, we will just pretend nothing happened and keep going. The game is performing so badly that even if the game is #1 downloads on both stores, Apple and Google Play Store, the rating is horrible. Today's livestream, I'm pretty sure it was cut short because it lasted like an hour or so. It was very short. They didn't announce anything. They just said, oh, we're having an event. And that's it. They didn't show new characters, anything. And they completely ignore all the complaints of the community and then just ended the stream, and they had like 800 people tops watching. Yes. So here's the thing. When a game makes you feel like you're forced to play, the game is no longer entertainment. Yeah, 800. That's painful. Like Blue Archive, before a stream starts, have over 10k. They average over 200k every stream. That's why I quit VA. Yeah, I understand. And I've been on the verge of quitting too, but I just like the game a lot. If I ignored the dailies, I could still enjoy the game. Exactly. That's no longer entertainment, that's a time waste. Exactly. So it is a hard topic to talk about, because on one hand, I have built the channel on the back of the Blue Archive guides and character reviews I make, and for as much as I still enjoy the game, I'm in this conundrum that I love Blue Archive, but I love gacha. I mean, I hate freaking gacha systems. I hate the fact that whenever you play a gacha game, you're not playing a complete experience. You are paying. You have to pay insane amounts of money, either through real money or time, to actually get a quote-unquote complete experience, because the game is time-gated through stamina, it's gated in gameplay through character banners and weapon banners, which I think is disgusting. Characters that you pull are not even complete characters because you need the dupes, and same for the weapons. Like, why? Imagine this, guys, okay? Imagine this situation, guys. Imagine you go buy a washing machine, okay? And they tell you, you can have the door for free. Just the door of the washing machine you can have for free. And every component and you have to buy the other 11 components of the washing machine. And you can buy every component for 200 of your currency. Let's say $200 or 200 euros. Who in the hell would accept that? I think no one. So I cannot understand how gacha gamers can accept that you get the door of the washing machine, and then to get the rest of the washing machine, they have to pay. Wait, that's the concept of DLC though? Not really. So nobody on earth is paying for every component of the washing machine? Exactly. So DLCs originally were, you could say, expansions to a complete experience. They were extra content. Now they have become a necessary evil, to say so, but in general, DLC in the past was extra content that was not originally planned for the game, and they made it because it was popular, or was cosmetics because people wanted more cosmetics. DLC used to not be half of the game, and there are games that still are like that. For example, recently I played a game called Atelier Yumiya. I'm not a fan of the Atelier series, but I was recommended this game and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. I got it for free, so why not? All the DLC that the game sells you is just cosmetic, and I think that's fair. But if you're going to sell me part of the game, and keep in mind that even in the games that have DLC that it's quote-unquote part of the game, you can still go from start to end and see the game through without buying the DLC. And the DLC may expand on the story, but you have a base complete experience. Gacha games are an incomplete experience from the start, because they expect you to spend money every 6 weeks to get one more part of the experience that you are quote-unquote playing for free, but you are not playing for free because you are paying with either time or money, which we establish are virtually the same. So you see how for me it has become so exhausting, because I think, yes, I'm too freaking aware of this shit. Where are you, bro? I'm going to check that. What a slow, tortuous way to bankrupt someone productively and financially. I have not been here, so I went to check this place. And you told me to open the map and never told me anything after that. I was waiting for you to tell me where to go. You said go to that bench, but you didn't specify which bench. Okay, so I cannot go through there. I told you go to the bench where the... Yeah. Do you think I remember the name of that zone? So you want me to check every bench one by one fast traveling? You want me to do that? Not gonna lie, that sounds very painful to do. It's in that area. Okay. It's either this one, or this one. Let's try that one. And again, I hope I'm not sounding pretentious with this conversation, but it is just something that I find very interesting, but it is a hard topic to discuss, because I know people love their gacha game and they want their gacha game to be the biggest and the best and all that stuff, but man. Are you sure Ender Lilies is not a main game of your channel? I mean, at this point, could be. You pay with time or money. It's true, I don't like gacha system either, but I don't feel like most people go into it with an expectation of a complete game either. This is the price of free to play. Hello BJC, how you doing? It's in the catacombs with all the spiders, bro. Catacombs with all the spiders. In the ossuary then. I mean, look, I wanna say I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, yeah, it's one of the saves from this area, okay. But at the same time, you have to admit that I think that is a little bit... how can I say this? People getting into a game without expecting a complete experience and thinking, well, that's the price of free to play. I think it's bad for themselves as consumers. It is just counterproductive to accept something that you know is bad because it was within your expectations to be bad. It's like it is like, oh well, people do not get into drugs because they think they will be healthier. Yeah, but that doesn't make it better. It is still something that is bad. And also, again, I don't know if you were when I was doing the washing machine example, but you would not accept an incomplete product of any other line in life. Sherlock desperately trying to not find a viewer. No, I know BJC is very mature and that he gets where I'm coming from. But as I said, it's a little bit of a delicate topic because even if I know you guys will understand where I'm coming from, not everyone will do. Oh yeah, the systems are scummy for sure, no disagreement in there. It's exploitative. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, like why gacha gamers are willing to accept an incomplete product on the game when they wouldn't do it on any other aspect. But it's more likely to give you a washing machine and then you have to buy detergent. It will work without it, but it will be worse. I get it. No, my example of the washing machine was if you were to your local store and they told you, here, you can have the door of your washing machine for free, and then you have to pay 200 euros or dollars for the 11 other components of this washing machine. People would say, hell no, get away with that. And gacha games are virtually that, because you need 6 copies of a character and 6 copies of a weapon to have a complete character and a complete weapon. And they cost you around $200. As long as the character is usually at the F2P level, I don't mind it. Now, I understand that. And I've been playing free to play all my gacha games too. But I think I've gotten to a point in which is like why I like PGR. Yeah, but man, again, it's not about one particular gacha game, it's about the practice. Like, why do we need to have weapon banners? Weapon banners did not exist in the first gacha games. They became a thing because they wanted to double dip. Why do we have to get 6 copies of a character? I guess we disagree on the point of we think that they give you the washing machine or we find one usable. So here's the thing, it's not about being usable or not, it's about the why. Why do you need to pay more money to get what you should be getting at base? Like, keep in mind that usually gacha games require you to spend, let's say there is no F2P option, okay? Just for the sake of argument. Forget about F2P for 1 minute. If you were to buy a PT on every gacha game you play, on average, gacha games require you to spend about $200 or euros to reach 1 PT. And forget about getting lucky. We are talking about the actual requirement, the actual monetary requirement to have enough to guarantee a PT. It's 200 euros or dollars on average. For 200 euros or dollars, you can buy a bunch of new games that are complete experiences. Now, add to that you have to spend another 200 to get a weapon. So you are at 400 now. With 400, you can buy a budget PC. You can buy a good phone. If you want to max everything, we are talking about 2.4K. That's enough to build a top-of-the-line computer, buy a used car, pay a month of rent or 2 months of rent, depending on where you live. Like, do you see how one game, if like they are able to earn so much money from the person that is willing to spend it, just because they want to have the complete thing. Now, I guess it's incredibly expensive long term. Were you to go all in, I think the system sucks. I buy game instead of spending in gacha. Yeah, that's the point. So that's why they don't go after people like you and I. They go whale hunting, and it's exploitative. Yeah, but my point is why people accept that. Like, why is it fine that they are whale hunting? Why is that fine? Even if you're free to play, like, why are you fine with them whale hunting? Because them whale hunting is still impacting your gameplay experience. You see what I mean? Yeah, you may think, okay, yeah, I get by free to play, I like the game, all of that stuff. And that's fair, that's very fair. I do enjoy my gacha games too, free to play. But I feel like this whale hunting has been harming our experiences just for the sake of money. And that's my issue. I don't think it's fine to accept that our experience is worse because of greed. I don't think people accept the whale hunting so much as they are willing to accept 50% of a game for free, as opposed to 100% for $60. But do you even get 50% of the game? Because think of this, okay? Your characters and weapons are divided in 6 pieces each. So you may say, well, yeah, but I still get to play the game even without the gacha characters. And that's fair. You can say that. But at what point that becomes an issue? Because you have to remember that those games are developed with the intent of pushing you to the gacha. So at some point, you will be either so limited or so weak that you will be in a way forced to engage with the gacha system. And even if you can engage with it free to play, over time it will build up that temptation for you to actually put money into it. Of course, there is people that have good self-control and will not spend any time soon. That's completely fair and true. But I still don't think it's a healthy... I don't think it's something healthy to have. I really think that gacha games are reaching a point in which they are the most anti-consumer thing there is in the market. For me, at that point, I'll just drop it, man. Yeah, but... Oh, man. I understand that the systems push against you to try to get you to spend. I don't like the system. I'm just speaking on the reasoning. No, yeah, I understand. And again, I would be a hypocrite to say that I don't enjoy my gacha games. I do, that's why I play Blue Archive. But at the same time, I think it's fine to say, you know what, maybe this game doesn't need to be a gacha game. Maybe we don't need games to be gacha games. Because, for example, imagine a world in which Blue Archive doesn't have a gacha system. New characters are introduced, you get the complete experience, you have a grind to do to upgrade them, and imagine you can do all of that. But they monetize the game through cosmetic overrides. Oh yeah, like all of those are also bad. Like I may be harping a lot here on gacha games. We don't, the company just need money. Yeah, I know the companies need money, and that was one of the questions I got in my rambling video. Like, how do you propose they stay profitable? How do you propose they monetize the games? The issue is that it's a live service. I can imagine it was World of Warcraft where you buy expansions. Yeah, but the expansions, I mean, first of all, I always thought that World of Warcraft selling you the expansions and requiring a monthly sub in itself was horrible. Or you buy new characters and playstyles in like fighting games. That's why I like Warframe. Yeah, Warframe, for example, has a very fair monetization. I still hate the time gating, but overall, I don't dislike how Warframe monetized their game. Path of Exile is another game with a very fair monetization model. They have crazy cosmetic packs and some quality of life. They sell you like bank tabs and stuff like that. But let's be fair, you don't need to buy the bank tabs. It makes your life a lot easier, but you don't need them. But the point I'm trying to make here is that I don't think gacha games need to be gacha games. I just think we got to the point we are now because we got slowly boiled into accepting more and more predatory practices without ever stopping to think what is happening here. Welcome back, Black Lockhart. So, in summary, I think people need to take a little bit of a step back and think, where are we going with games now, especially gacha games? Because right now, we are getting royally screwed. We are getting royally screwed. That's why I'd prefer if it was all cosmetic like League of Legends. I don't think they need to be gacha games. They need to be gacha games, but they know we'll pay for it and you can unboil that frog. You can actually, you can. It is harder than it is harder than it that it is harder to it's harder said done than said, but you can. With enough awareness, people can actually change their consumer behaviors, and the market will adjust. Because you always have to remember that we make the market. We make the market. Well, we should be the force that makes the market, but sadly that is not true. Even if they tell you that the consumer needs create products, that is not true. They invent products and they invent a need for them, and we just pay for it. For example, smartphones, before they were invented, no one thought ever I need a smartphone. Screw them back, don't play the game. Exactly. And gacha games shouldn't be gacha games. So I know it sounds stupid, okay? I know it does. But what you have to keep in mind is that what I'm trying to say is that gacha games, we don't need gacha systems in the games for them to be games. On an individual level, you can. I used to have a problem with spending on Hearthstone, I stopped, but on market level, One day, maybe, but it will be a while before I expect change. Oh yeah, of course. Purify. Fungal Sorceress generates a toxic mist that reduces enemy health over time. Damage from the mist cannot be blocked. Ooh, that's OP. So here's the thing, okay? One reason I think gacha games are gacha games and not regular games is because they know that without the time gating and the gacha systems, like daily missions, weekly missions, and all that random obligatory things they impose on you, they are too shallow, they don't have enough content, they don't have enough depth to keep players engaged. So they mask their mediocre game development and the mediocre game experience they put out through time gating and forced gameplay, forced returning, building habits on consumers, so they have to be engaged, they have to play the game, they have to be part of a vicious cycle, even if they don't want to. That's why I think gacha games are gacha games, is because they are mediocre games that need you to be engaged, but they don't have enough value or enough entertainment for you to actually be engaged without being forced to be engaged. Lately, I don't see indie games or AAA games that I actually want to spend money on. Having a free gacha game are actually a good thing, for me at least. Games have devolved from being a product to a service, and being a service, it produces more money. There's the problem. What are you doing? I'm exploring Blacklock cards, I'm exploring, and I found something that I wanna break now. I mean, yeah, the servicification of games is something that, in my opinion, did great harm to the gaming industry. Like, great harm. Because it is just ridiculous that now you don't buy a game, you're licensing it. And they can revoke that license at any time. That is just ridiculous. Gachas are built from the ground up to be gacha. The time gating serves engagement, yeah, but I think there always be a niche to it, the live service. Okay, so here's the thing. I know that, I understand that, but I think that is just because it's become widely accepted in the market. It didn't have to be like that. We didn't need to get to this point. We just accepted it for long enough that now it's how the market is. Give me 1 minute, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, but yeah, I don't know, maybe it's me being a little bit too jaded right now and a little bit too tired of gacha. Exactly what happened with the crew game, and that should be a wake-up call. Never buy a game at full price or pre-order, just completely stop buying games made by Ubisoft. Exactly, just because it's widely accepted doesn't mean it's correct. Yeah. It has become accepted, yes, but I don't think it's just on people as it's on executives chasing that revenue stream. So many games are live services now. The exploration gets vastly better if you get the boss skill. Yeah, but I really don't know where to go. And I'm trying to find a way to go, but I just don't know where to go, Black Lockhart, right now. I went to that place, I found the thingy, but I can't find a way to get there. So, have patience, man. The thing is that, for example, there are so many games that require an internet connection, and they shouldn't. For example, lately I have been playing Darksiders 3. That game doesn't have a reason to require you to have an internet connection. But it still does, and I don't know why. Like, it doesn't make any sense in my mind that it is required. Like, why? But it is. It is ridiculous. I just find ridiculous that we've gotten to a point in which we don't own the things we buy anymore. I think that's what got me exhausted of everything right now. I'm not smart enough to engage in this type of conversation. I'm sorry, one kid. I don't feel like you're not smart enough. It is not an issue of being smart or dumb. It is you as a consumer. How do you feel when you know that what you're getting could be better, but it's not? It is not what it could be because there is a monetary incentive to make it bad. How do you feel about that? I would say not great. But for some reason, it's the new normal. It is the new normal that we just take a slop and we eat it. You don't own the things you can buy anymore. Damn so true. Yeah, everything is a freaking service now. I hate it so much. I despise that everything is now a service. I'll just ignore it in general. Yeah, exactly. But oh man, it is just so frustrating that you'll never figure out the secret in this area. You told me that last week. Why don't you just tell me what's the secret in this area? That's how most people go with gachas. Yeah. I think it is this. I need to jump from... There we go. I figured it out. So you were saying I would never figure it out, right? I had a feeling about that piece of floor there for a while. I just never thought about doing that. Hacker? Nah. I guess a lot of people just have a gambling addiction. You know what? I think that the gambling addiction excuse has been oversimplifying the topic for a long time. I don't think it's just a gambling addiction issue. Because gacha feels like gambling, but it's not gambling because you cannot chase the losses. You cannot. Like, there is no profit incentive for gacha. I think that's more close to it. It's just sunk cost fallacy. People think that I invested so much time that I have to keep going. I only play gacha games because my friends do and I want to have similar interest. It's fun to discuss tactics and share pools. I mean, that's fair. And I'm not saying that all gacha games are bad. Some games are good and are fun. What I'm complaining about is I feel like gacha games have gotten to a point in which the money incentive has gone very like it has gotten too far. But there is, I can... well, yeah. Also very true, social things. I play PGR because it's easy to get all the characters. Hello, hello Aru, how you doing, how you doing? Can get worse than Stella Sora. Man, Stella Sora, it's horrendously greedy. 400 to guarantee a PT. 400 euros or dollars to guarantee a PT. Personally, I think gacha games are making strides to be less predatory, except for Stella. I don't agree with that statement right now. If you are planning to use the Duet Night Abyss example, keep in mind that Duet Night Abyss abandoned the gacha model, so that is not gacha games making a stride. It's a company realizing that people is getting burned out of gacha. Stella Sora is the worst so far? Yes. Where's the veg with the blocked path underneath? I don't know, man. I went to every bench. Alright, gonna get going. Have a good night. Everyone, see you, BJC. See you this Saturday, hopefully. Let me... maybe the Great Hall. I remember you got there in one stream. Yeah, I also do. I don't remember where is it though. I think it was this one. Yeah, this one is. I don't know how the freak to get there. So I'm there. How the freak I get there? I don't know. I have to go up. So you gotta go left and find the way down. Okay. What I was saying now. Oh man. My ankle age is showing. But yeah, in the end, guys, it's... I think gacha games just are going a little too far. I hate how companies keep killing games faster than I can kill a boss in Warframe. True. And that's the other thing that I find so frustrating. People spend so much money in gacha games, and then when the time comes for EOS, all that money is gone. With Archaic Unks. Yeah. But hey, we can say that we knew a better time. We know of better times. But yeah, it's a long topic. I don't think we want to spend the whole stream talking about it though. So let's move on. Oh yeah, that's why there was a push of Stop Killing Games initiatives. Yeah. The platform there, bro. What platform? What platform? There is no platform. Am I being blind? Them I'm blind? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, okay, I know where to go. Damn, I just searched gacha games on YouTube, and what you're saying is not exactly very unpopular or unheard. Oh yeah, like I'm not saying anything new. I'm not saying like, oh, like this is my unique opinion. I think that gacha burnout is a very real thing that is happening to a lot of people. It's not just a me issue. I'm pretty sure it's not just a me issue. Because I've heard it from people in the Discord, I heard it from people in the comments. Gacha burnout, it's a real thing. I just hope there can be change. And the only way for there to be change is that if we enact change in consumer behavior, consumers have to change their behavior towards spending in gacha games. That's all. That's virtually it. As long as we, and I say we because even free-to-play are part of the issue. Because by playing the game, you're still giving them engagement, you're still giving them numbers. Like, what you don't pay to them on money, they get on data. They still will sell your data anyways. So they are extracting value from you in every way possible. Playing free to play doesn't make you like immune to what's happening. The problem is widespread. It is just that. There is not much else to it. Oh man, I hope I'm not tiring you with the topic, guys. It is a very interesting conversation. I know I may sound a little bit frustrated with it, but it is more than me being frustrated with the topic. It is hard to convey things without without saying something that sounds wrong. It is a very complex topic to tackle. Actually, let me try my gas cloud. Yes! The gas cloud is so OP. Like, look at the damage. Does it work like that? Oh, okay. So it hits where I am. He's scared of the Mimic? Yeah, I hate them. They do half of my life in one hit. They are so strong. Mimics are probably one of the most OP enemies I have encountered. Your points on the topic are interesting, like enough simple to a person without any experience in gacha games will understand them. At least that's the case for me. I'm glad. You'll see more OP enemies? Oh, I'm pretty sure. And I'm glad that I managed to get my point across in a simple fashion. That's very important for me. I like for everyone to feel like they can take part in the conversation and don't feel left out. So I'm happy to hear that it was clear enough even for you that you don't have gacha gaming experience. But man, it's such a difficult topic to discuss. So I have to get there somehow. The question is how. There has to be a way. Because that is the only way that would make sense, but how do I get there? I don't remember if... No, that is not a mimic. Oh my god. I thought I had screwed up there for a second. If my memory fails me badly... Okay, that's a good start. Oh nice, my own poison doesn't damage me. That's very good. Even though I recently 100%ed this game, damn. Like, you really love the game. I'm happy that I streamed it in the first place then. Oh, come on, those explosions are the pinnacle of annoying. God damn it. Oh my god. There has to be something that I'm missing. There has to be. Hey, 2J ticks and I got Susumi. Nice. I managed to get Susumi in 40 pulls. I'm thinking about trying to get Reisa, but man, I really don't remember how to get to the boss, but I hope you'll find a way. I'll eventually do. Or I always eventually do. And you know that for a fact. I'm holding back on Reisa. Yeah, that's very understandable. Eventually happens. Eventually. Yeah. I may not be the most elite gamer there is, guys. But it will sure be a different experience. Oh, come on! I have an idea. I actually have an idea. I'm just wasting my time. I'm going here. But it's under those metal bars. I understood that, Black Lockhart. I really did. So, the place I just died was the place that is under this, that would have taken me to that lever. That much I think I've got. So, the quickest way for me to get there... I think I was wasting my time there. It has to be this way. It has to be. Oh, but I couldn't get there because I cannot jump that freaking far. That's why I have to take the long route. Wait. Oh man. Okay. Back to the long route. So I have to go through here. Yeah. This boss will give you a lot of mobility in ways you don't expect. Brother, I freaking hope you're right, because I'm growing a little bit tired of all this. Okay. But it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Give me 1 minute, guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. There was someone on the phone here. A little bit tired. Sounds like an understatement of an understatement. No, I mean... When I say I'm a little bit tired, I mean it in the way that I've done this path so many times that I want to be done with this path. More than... more than tired of the game is long of repeating the same thing. Just ignore all the enemies and rush. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. They are really freaking me up here. They are really freaking me up. I'm gonna heal. Gonna see what I can do. There may be a way to rush it. There may not be. I'll try my best. But man... By the way, guys, as I said on my community post, this Saturday and Sunday I will be streaming for 3 hours. Saturday, depending on the votes on the Discord, the community gaming event may happen or may not happen. And I don't know if I will do it at the beginning or the end of the stream, but it will be 2 hours of Hollow Knight eventually, and then the community event, or vice versa, or maybe just 3 hours of Hollow Knight. Sunday though, it's going to be 3 hours of Phoenix Wright, which, not gonna lie, I'm dying to see how the case ends up, because I think we are getting to the climax of the case. We're about to get all the truth out. We know how the plot. We need now to find a way to prove the plot. And what is very cool, it is that everything is shaping up in the way I predicted it will. So I feel like, damn, I'm good. Oh, freaking hell, those skeletons are annoying. And the mimics too. Oh, freaking... Oh my god. Okay, no more rushing. No more rushing. I'll just do things my way. No more rushing. Also, guys, I have some big news. For the next 2 months, I will be going not fully full-time on the channel, but I will dedicate a lot more time to it, because there is some stuff that for now I'm in a little bit of a lull, and I want to give the channel the best shot I can in this time frame I have. 3 hours of Phoenix Wright. Oh well, that's irresistible. Exactly. So I will do something a little bit irresponsible. I will be investing some money that I don't really have to spare, but I really want to give the channel the best shot. So I will improve my setup a little bit. I may even get a little bit of better hardware to start doing multi-streaming. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. I don't know if I will be streaming more days or more hours. I want to make more videos for sure, because I really like making the videos. Videos will be a little bit different. They will be a little bit all over the place, but they should be fun. So I hope you guys will enjoy the stuff that's coming. And yeah, that's that. And who knows, if these 2 months are successful enough, maybe it doesn't need to be just a 2-month dream. It can become something more long-term. So yeah, I'm still pondering some stuff. I'm still getting some math done to see how feasible it is to do certain stuff and to acquire certain stuff. But there is a good chance that I will put out some more stuff and try some different stuff for the channel. So be on the look for that if it happens. Trying to be experimental? Yeah, like for example with the streams, I've been experimenting a lot, doing variety gaming instead of playing Blue Archive. I've been trying to experiment for some time now. But I think it's about time I give it some serious brain power and put some serious time into it and see where I can push it. See what's my limit, what's the best I can do. And obviously it's gonna be a process. It's not going to be something that happens from one day to the next. There is always room to improve, and I will be always chasing improvement for myself and the channel. I like chasing goals. So yeah, I hope it will be interesting enough for you guys too, so you can enjoy the journey with me. But if everything goes right, things will get very interesting in the near future. How near? I don't know. It's a little bit of a... It's gonna be a little bit of a process. I need to get some money out and like see how can I shape things up. So I found the freaking lever, Black Lockhart. Didn't got to watch your 6-hour streams, but damn, that's the most popular stream on your channel right now. Yes. Nice, go up. Okie dokie. Now enjoy. Oh. Enjoy what? Yeah, that 6 hours stream was save and go back to full. Go back and full right. Oh my god. Okay. Ignore the enemies. Man, I wish I could. Relax. I have fought this boss before. I know her. I just lost and didn't have the save point. I know her, and I almost defeated her. Okay, I can defeat her now that I have the save point. Easy. This is going to be an easy peasy fight. Famous last words, I know. I love her fight. I mean, that's cool. But yeah, that stream was crazy. it was... I was very surprised of... I know 30 people, wow, is not a big number. But for me, 30 people is so much. So I'm surprised 30 people actually cared to come watch the watch party, and that after that about 15 people decided to remain and watch the rest of the stream. I'm very happy. I feel like it's... Oh my god, that attack does so much damage. Okay, I need to not attack when she's doing the projectiles. I'm really happy of how how well it went. And I think the average viewership of the channel is more stable now, above 10. Which is good. We just need to get to an average of 25. 25 is the goal. So guys, share the stream, invite your friends. Get people in here. Let's grow this community. It's only 2 hours every time. So it's the perfect break for whatever you're doing. If you wanna chill, have a nice conversation, enjoy the games without the stress of day-to-day stuff, or you wanna engage on some interesting conversation without anyone going political or extreme, this is the place. Oh, I parried the projectiles. Was trying to aura farm. Did you upgrade the Umbral Knight? I don't remember. I think I did as much as I could. No! I wanted to dodge and heal, and I... Ah, man. I was so close. Boss trying to armor farm with slow walks towards the magic bullet. Yeah. She knows, man. She knows. You got 2 ancient souls from that secret area? Oh. Oh, you mean the base attack? No, I did not upgrade it. I will then. If I die again, I will. I wanna try do something stupid. Okay, so I can parry that. So I'm not that stupid after all. Oh, come on. Can I double parry? Okay, I cannot double parry, it breaks. What did I miss? Not much, man. We got to a boss, and I wasted a heal because I wanted to press S and I pressed A. F like me, because I'm dead. This OST is great. The music of this game has been one of the brightest spots of this game, not gonna lie. How the hell did he survive that? With the power of friendship. Or something that cheesy anime says. Oppa! No! So close! I thought I was out of the projectile thingy. That was so close, man. Why is she aura farming? Because she's cool. Be more aggressive. I'm trying. What is this? Findings. Unfinished note. I'm going to the Vervoten domain with the priestess. I know not if any means of shedding the blight exists other than purification. Alas, we won't see one another for a while. Sigrid. My heart aches more than you know. I long to hear your voice, to hold you in embrace. I wish to be with you, were our situation reversed. You would be the one taking her to this dangerous place. I couldn't bear it. I'm fine with being the one to go, as long as you're safe. Sigrid, that's enough. Bro, gonna read this? Yeah, of course. I've been reading all the notes. Oh my god, bro. Black Lockhart, you always find something to complain about. Come on, cut me some slack. When I don't read, you complain. When I read, you complain. Which one is it? Oh my god, that's so much. Ah, so close. Red Habfit. Use the Umbral Knight. The Umbral Knight, I mean... I use it when she's knocked, because the attack range is shorter. It is very risky. Like, I really need to keep some distance. He's upgraded? Yeah, the hammer too. Does he have more attack range now? He has one more combo. But again, like... You see, I cannot reach her. And that is a lot of damage already, so... Oh man, I'm playing like ass this one. I can still do it. I know I still can. Okay, I cannot anymore. So, the chance I had, yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Unless... I can always play like a Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah, projectile spam for the win. Come on. I'm so close. Phase 3. P3. Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Cowardly Dog is kinda goated. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go Cowardly Dog for phase 1 and 2. And then I can keep my healing for P3. Okay. Oh, come on. Up to a good start, I would say. There we go. And remember to like the stream if you haven't, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and all that good stuff. Be more aggressive, phase 1 and 2. I'm trying. But I'm taking so much damage when I'm trying to be more aggressive. Yeah, her attack range is... Courage is a really good dog, yeah. You wanna get to P3 fast. Let me see if I can... No, not enhance, relics. No, come on. No, what I wanna do is... Spirits. There has to be a way for me to... I kinda wanna try that one. I wonder if the boss is immune to CC. Because if the boss is not immune to CC, that can help. Bosses are normally immune. Well, time for some discovery. This attempt is not a serious attempt. We are just testing things, okay? Okay, she's immune. We now know that. And now I know that... Oh, okay. Okay, I have an strat now. I have an strat. Perfect. It's gonna be fine. No, actually, just in case, let me get rid of that. Get that in. Okay, here we go. I almost never use those skills. Well, that's you. Let's see how it works for me. Let's see. I think I have a plan now. I really think I do. Oh crap. Come on. Come on. So now is where I need to spam projectiles. was more focused on using the normal attacks. Well, that's the way you did it. I'm gonna do it my way. Even if it's not the best way. Gotta go now, good luck. See you, Black Lockhart, good luck with your studies. No! It was about the phase change. Ah, that was so close. But the strat is working. For the first phase, I can basically get to phase 2 without taking damage. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna do my own thing. And I'm getting so close. I just need to keep learning the boss. P2, here we go. P3! You see guys, I got this. Maybe I don't. Oh, what the hell is that? How can I even survive that? You get a stun lock in that attack. There is no dodging, there is no preventing some of the damage. It is just certain death. They kill everything on the half of the screen beam. Oh yes, yeah, exactly. She has that Karen scream. Yeah, true. Banshee screaming. Ah man, wrong dodge. Ah, I was doing so good last time. Ah, went from hero to zero this time instead of from zero to hero. First time, no issues. Second time, all issues. No, 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 no. I almost wasted that healing. Yo, hello Mikan! How you doing? How you doing? I'm really grateful to Charlock for streaming more often. I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm really glad. I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling very unsure about streaming more often. I didn't know if it was enjoyable enough for you people to want to watch me more often. I have my insecurities too, even if it doesn't look like. I'm a very insecure person. Oh, okay. I think I get it now, I think I get it. And I'm really glad that you come in the ability you have to come to watch the streams, man. I know you're very busy, but even if you just take the time to come say hi, it's always good to see you. Yes, I get more chances to join amidst my hectic university schedule, exactly. I'm really glad, man. Like, yesterday I couldn't stream because real life stuff, and today I could stream because real life stuff. It was really funny. And it was a last minute thing, like I got informed that my commitment for today got cancelled like 1 hour before I decided to stream. So yeah, it was just a very lucky series of events. Well, to be fair, lucky for me, but for the other person not, because the person I had to meet today got sick. So I hope he recovers quickly, but it was convenient for me. Okay, I think I'm about to trigger P3. And I have all my heals. That's wonderful. I don't want to be wasting my projectile so much, so I'm gonna try to trigger with the poison. Actually, you know what? That thing has such a big hitbox that the poison could be a really good shout. No! Oh man, healing wasted. How could I do something so stupid? Oh, it's all going to the trash. Okay, P3. Nuns fighting, yeah. I know that's the kind of enjoyment for some of you. Okay. Giga Karen Beam. There we go. Rampage attack. Projectile. Kamehameha. Rampage. Oh, that hurts a lot. Kamehameha. Uh-oh. Oh my god, I can't believe I survived that. They went 180 with her character? Yeah. Didn't realize she was a freak like that, to be honest. Yeah. Come on. Yes! I did it. I'm sorry for everything. Well, I take that back. One's a Nun, the other none. Yeah. Lily's not a Nun, she's a priestess. I was not worthy. I thought I had found a way to protect her from the blight. In the end, my only choice was to flee. The blight washed over the land like an ever-consuming wave. Sheep and shepherds of the cathedral alike all eventually became blighted. Now my body feels not quite my own, a stranger within my own flesh. Foul mages under blasted potions, I was meant to be her guardian. Protector of the White Priestess, now turned a brutal killer. Madness. Is this the work of the Blight, or who I truly am inside? Sigrid, if I only could see you before there's nothing to see. You were the one I truly wished to protect. My beloved sister, I only wish. Nice. Library could change a person? Yeah. She got forbidden knowledge? Yeah. Speaking of Noon, that Chimiko alt got a full picture, and damn, the outfit is crazy. Yeah, that's very true. Sea, ground and air, guardian sea. Okay. Oh, I can dash now. Allow me to show appreciation for VA stories, having good pacing and respect for players' time by giving a skip button. Yes. Oh. So I have now a special attack. That's so cool. It's the guardian of the guide, priestess of the fount. Then we must be close. The blight spreads ever further. Lily! It is said that the priesthood have hold over their senses, despite of the blight. But this seems far too much for anyone to bear. Lily! I was doing Genshin Quest and it took me a whole day. My weekend was spent doing that. Damn. I don't know how can you bear to go through all the Genshin dialogue. It's such a dialogue diarrhea. As important as purification is, a priestess must also think of herself. Either not to say it, but you might be the last of your kind. There would be no shame in running from all of this. No one remains who could condemn you if you did. For my part, I want you to leave this land behind. I'm glad Star Rail has it now. Yeah. You never should have awakened. Yet now our fate is in your hands alone. I'm sorry. Only you can end the curse of the eternal light. At the farthest reaches in a distant spring, there are waters, yet untainted, clear and blue. This is funny. The freaking UI of Epic didn't load the images of the achievements. The Guardians, everyone, they all consumed by madness. Furious Blight. I just took a quick look at the wall of text. Spirits. Oh, Guardian Silva. Chain attacks with a hammer. Hold the charge attack to... Ooh. Let's try this. Oh. That feels meaty. Okay. Guys. You know what I'm about to say. It's time for me to end the stream. It's been 2 hours. I had a ton of fun. I finally defeated that boss. Finally got the air dash. I hope you had as much fun as I did. And I'll see you all this Saturday. With that said, I wish you all a good rest of your day or night. Bye bye.